What's going on, guys? Welcome to the second live stream attempt of this draft season. I want to just jump right into the news from today in the NFL world. We've got the Julian Edelman retirement. Congrats on being a career, but then, everybody on Twitter also wanted to remind you that you're not quite good enough for the Hall of Fame. So, hey, good job. This is also kind of a dry run to see what kind of bumps and bruises I could run into here with these live streams moving forward. So bear with me on the production value. I'm just trying to see what I can do, what I can get away with, and stuff like that. Then we also had old Thaddeus Moss going to the Bengals. Thought that was interesting. Everybody was really hyped on that because Joe Burrow got a old teammate of his, which is funny because I feel like this whole draft season we've been talking about not the Bengals will reunite him with an old teammate of his. Hopefully this is not their cop-out to, hey, remember you wanted us to get that old teammate of yours, the guy you played with in college? Well, we got you Randy Moss's son. Is that going to do it? Is that going to do the job for you? Because Thaddeus Moss I think he was hurt all year his rookie season, but also was not quite up to par with what he needed. So I'm going to check in with you guys in the chat real quick. What is up, guys? Chris, Trey, Trevor. It's time to bolt. Sal Winder. Drip. What's going up? Let's see what else I got on deck here. Oh, the Bucks signing Gio Bernard after James White returned to the Patriots. That always seemed like an easy move to join the Bucks down in Tampa. So there is a draft. Real quick, let's cover this because it does start in 4 minutes. Let's actually see. Did anybody join in the Discord? Probably not. Let's go ahead and post it in the chat here. If I can figure this out. I've got this big old widescreen and I still can't figure out how to have everything on there. All right, here we go. Roman, you play at the JUCO? That's awesome, dude. What position do you play? Also, I would like to figure out how to make transitions so that, I can have little players up here and Edelman just doesn't click in and out. And the latency on this is terrible. So hopefully that's something we can figure out. Oops. We don't really care about his speech. But I wanted to show you guys a couple of tweets from him, but I might not be able to if the latency is that bad. What's up, Frankie? So yeah, it looks like we got Ben, Arend, Michael, cool. Logan, welcome in, guys. But yeah, I was going to fill up the time while we were waiting for that with some other stuff that we have been talking about. Here were some good tweets. Once again, this is kind of a dry run test to see. Oh, that's not what I want. To see what I can get away with as far as latency goes. Obviously, everybody was sharing this pass today, but man, that looks absolutely terrible. Let me know if that looks as bad for you guys as it does for me. I'm asking my computer to do a lot right now, but it should be able to do a lot. I'm waiting until they come out with the sort of next generation of these Apple silicones or whatever, M1 things. And hopefully I'll be able to upgrade this computer because it is about 3 years old now. So, it's about the shelf life. This one was good. I'm actually going to try to play this one with the sound. So I thought that was pretty funny. I wanted to share that with you guys. But here's an example of the Twitter savagery that everybody was congratulating him, and then the Hall of Fame stuff started. And it's true. He's not a Hall of Fame wide receiver, and that's fine. I just thought it was hilarious that it was such a talking point today on Twitter. But yeah, so I can't wait to go back and look at that and see how terrible that all seems, so that I can see how how bad this internet is and whatnot. But yeah. So some of you guys are familiar. I know Broshmo was in here. I was actually in his draft earlier today. I probably should have delayed this a little bit and let you guys get in here and then have it going. But yeah. Oh, shit. That's not what I want to do. I mean, cut the last 30 seconds off. I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing ever. But, we got some top guys in here. This is a dry run here. We're trying to see how this goes. But while we're in here, I wanted to let you guys know about some of my plans for the future here. I did post this, the link to this in my Discord so that those guys would get first dibs. Discord's been a little bit dead. I don't really use it that often, honestly. But I would like to moving forward and in the future, and definitely for next season, it's going to be a prime sort of hub for my communication with you guys and stuff. Let's go to the draft. Oops. Oh, I don't have a default ranking. There we go. So I'm still pretty new to this stuff. The one that I did with Broshmo earlier today was actually my first one. No surprises here. Ben, thank you for being smart. Here we go. We got Ben in the chat in there. I think you're being smart and not messing around, taking Trevor Lawrence. Could have been a troll, but chose to do the right thing. Your mom would be proud. And this is also something I want to do for the regular season, but maybe during the day. So, Zach Wilson, number 2, makes sense. Got these off, right? Yep. It sucks. I hope that they can work on those because these are kind of obnoxious. But they would be fun if they could figure that out. And I left the chat open, I left the draft open, so you guys can still join and jump in and out for all I care, to be honest. And select some of these teams that are coming, or they have picks later on. I only did 3 rounds because the one that I did with old Broshmo took about 2 hours for 5 rounds. I don't know about you, but that's a lot. That is a long time. I'm pretty tired. I was up till about 4 a.m. last night learning how to do all kinds of new live streaming action. So hopefully we can upgrade the production value here. I've been delaying this live stream because I didn't feel comfortable. Wow, okay. Aren goes with Trey Lance. You know what? It's better than Mac Wilson, honestly. The Mac Wilson stuff, dude, it drives me insane. Like, I hate to say it, but I really am at the point now where I don't even believe that it's a real rumor. It feels more like this is a draft narrative for clicks. I don't know, I don't want to sound like the NFL Illuminati is pulling strings behind the scenes or whatever, but I don't believe it. And what it does is it makes it so that other teams think that they've got a chance for Justin Fields, who is a much more exciting prospect than Mac Jones. But yeah, I said in one of my mocks that I didn't think that 4 quarterbacks would go 1, 2, 3, 4 like this. I still find it hard to believe that the Falcons are going to do that, or they're going to trade for somebody here. But you never know, man. Let me just grab a little beer ski here. Old 3-Notch. Shout out Charlottesville Brewery here. Sorry, I've been neglecting the chat. Let me see what you guys are saying here. All right. Roman, offensive tackle, but you might be moved to defensive end. That's awesome. I mean, which one do you like playing more is probably the better situation for you. King, what's up, man? Jared, new to the channel. I agree with your draft 3.0. You think the 49? Yeah, man. I just went over that. It's simple cause after the third round starts to get really boring, so I can't imagine sitting for 5 round straights. Yeah, it did get a little bit boring. I was trying to do stuff right here, so I was kind of back and forth, but did I say Did I say Mac Wilson? I feel like somebody said Mac Wilson earlier, actually, and yeah, sorry. Get these little quarterbacks mixed up, I guess. Mac Wilson, that could be a guy. Sounds like a guy from what's up, Armball? Not much. Just testing some latency on the streams here. You know, I like to push the boundaries and push what I can do here. I'm trying. Got this like huge widescreen monitor. It was my Christmas present to myself, I guess, right? And I can see so much, but it still seems like it's just not enough, man. It's bizarre. All right, let's see. Here we go. Don't think I need to adjust much on there anymore. So on old OBS, let's shrink that down. So now I got the chat right next to the draft. There we go. Mac Wilson, Matt. That is the Browns linebacker now from Bama. Yeah, that is. That's definitely who I was. Not who I was thinking of, but maybe that's why the name just sort of rolls off the tongue like that. Roman, you definitely would get a lot more recognition playing defensive end. Offensive tackle is a straight up thankless position. Yeah, Armball, it is a sweet monitor. It's an LG. I think it's a gaming monitor technically. But then I turned my old TV, like old 30-inch monitor TV that I was using as a monitor. I turned it sideways. I could show you guys, I think, maybe here. Let me see if I can turn this. No, you can't see it. I turned it sideways, and now I use it for things like TweetDeck and Twitter and stuff that have like long streams. I should be using it for the chat actually, but then I'd be like looking this way. I don't know. Might make sense. Fuzzy Dice, I think you're right. Zach sounds like Mac. Are they? No, the 49ers aren't picking at 12. Oh man, what I heard Mac. Jeez, I'm gonna get it wrong now. Mac Jones. I heard his real name was like something bizarre. Let me see. Oh, and this monitor's nice for this. I wrote it down too, but I just McCorkle. Michael McCorkle Mac Jones. That's who I want leading my football team. All right, so let's run through these picks here. We got Justin Fields going at 4. I think that Fields and Lance, they could switch right there, and that'd be fine. Sewell, I'm thinking more and more it's going to be like that for the Bengals. Then the Dolphins go with Kyle Pitts. Michael went with Kyle Pitts over Jamar Chase. I like that pick. And then the last one, I can get him to say Zach Jones now. I'm too tired for all those games, man. All right, Cowboys are on the clock. It's boring. It makes sense. I toyed in my mind with taking Jalen Waddle here in the Broshmo one that I just did, but a couple of people were asking me to take J.C. Horn. I could see that too, but just for consistency, keep it simple here. Go with old Surtain. I would love to see it maybe a trade down if possible, but in that mock, the Lions also got Jamar Chase, which I thought was kind of interesting because that's not really a landing spot that I've looked at for a wide receiver very often. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's definitely cool that the computer also selected them here. And then they gave Slater and Parsons to the Panthers and Broncos. I'm going to toss, Nick, I'm going to toss the link right here. Go ahead and join in. If you, I'm supposed to be promoting them. If you use my promo code capital NFLRT, you get something off on a premium one or whatever. In the future, we might do like a premium members only one or something like that. I don't know. If you want to join, you can join. You can figure it out. You guys are savvy, I'm sure, with this kind of stuff. Let's see. Stink. Cake is the first guy wanting to get timed out. Have you ever pooped your pants before? This guy was probably in here last time doing the same business. Let's see. Armball is thinking that the Pats might have to go receiver. That'd be a smart pick for them. Who do you like for the Giants rounds? Giants 1 through 6 rounds. Well, that's quite a bit. Quiddiepay is an interesting start. The computer decided to give them to them. It would have been cool if I was able to still operate the computerized teams. Uh-oh, looks like we got Ben up here and getting his trade action on. You guys see that, or is that too tiny? Looks like he traded the 18th. Or the Dolphins traded the 18th for the first and the first pick in the second and third rounds. Sorry, I've been ignoring here. All right, nobody's talking in there. Good. Keep it in this chat. I can only focus on one chat at a time. Let's see. But yeah, so while we've got a little bit of a dead period here. Oh, okay, we got Devontae Smith here going to the Eagles. That's the easy matchup right there. Salwinder wants to know, what are your thoughts on the Seahawks free agency and upcoming draft targets? I mean, they've got to stop trading away their first round picks for ancient players at ancient positions like Adams. Let's see. I'd like to know. I wish I knew what went on with Russell Wilson behind the scenes, and why all of a sudden things have quieted down there, and all of a sudden he's just cool with being there after making a stink earlier. Darisaw to the Chargers. Let's see. What were the top 10 picks so far? Somewhat predictable. I think the Jamar Chase going to the Lions is kind of a fresh matchup that I've seen now a couple times in the last 2 drafts I've done. Other than that, everything's been pretty predictable. I remember this last year too. Once we got into the last month of the draft process, it seemed like the first 10 picks or so also were kind of easy to predict. Like, there were only but so many scenarios that you could see playing out. And this is definitely one of them, I guess. I still think it's Justin Fields to the 49ers. I think that's like easy money right there, to be honest. But Darisaw to the Chargers makes sense too, especially with Slater and Sewell going off in the top 10. The Vikings here, everybody. Oh, okay, nice. I've actually seen a lot of people going defensive end for the Vikings, but I do like them targeting the offensive line. I don't know if I actually like them to trade down and get themselves an interior guy. My recall is terrible, but let me look up the guy's name. A guy from Pittsburgh. Come on, you can do this. What was his name? O'Neal or something like that. He was there. He was a offensive tackle, but he went. They moved him into guard, and he was a terrible guard. But I think if he can get himself worked back out to tackle, it'll be a lot better off for him and the line in general. Here we go. Brian O'Neal. Ezra Cleveland actually was the guy I was thinking of. Brian O'Neal, has he been terrible? I don't really know, to be honest. Can't say I watched too many Vikings games. Let's see. Team Tevin Jenkins. All right. What's up, Animaniacs? Have you seen the remake of the Animaniacs for this current generation? Wow. Jalen Waddle falls right into the Patriots' lap. I would hate to see it, but it would make a lot of sense. Do you think Jalen Phillips can fall to the Bucks at 32? I had that in my last mock. It'll be interesting, man. It really will. Arend, I appreciate. Hey, Arend, you won the pick'em, man. What's up, dude? It's funny, I didn't recognize your name. It looked familiar, but seeing your last name and your picture there actually reminded me. This is our pick'em champion, y'all. Show some respect. Round of applause in the chat for Mr. Arend. I don't think he got his due. I feel like the pick'em champ is always kind of anticlimactic because everybody's kind of worn out by it by the time you get there. All right. Brian O'Neill says that he's... Yeah, I was talking about Ezra Cleveland. O'Neill has been good. So it is sort of an interior need for the old Vikings here. This is what I was thinking, but man, there's so much going on. Let's see. Let me see what it's like if I bounce back and forth here. So I've got my other screen, and all I have to do to bounce away from this. So we got JOK going to the Raiders. Whew, man. But we've got time. Let's go and take a peek here. How blurry is that for you guys? Let me know. It's quite blurry for me because this is a TV, not a monitor. It's also sideways, which it's not supposed to be. But it's a low quality, like a cheap TV at the same time. Alright. I think I might have screwed some stuff up over here. Does that look as bad for you guys as it does for me? Looks pretty blurry on the thing here. Sorry, yes, I am a Cowboys fan. Animaniacs says, this account is like 15 years old. I've grown out of love with the Animaniacs. That's awesome. You're still pretty active on this account, so that's pretty awesome. Oh man, we got 110 people in here. Nice. Wow, that's awesome. 100 people, 102. That's what's up, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's funny because yeah, let me toss that link in for you. Here it is. Let's see. So yeah, so it's looking like J Dose Z here says that it's readable. So I won't kill you guys' eyes with that, but it looks like O'Neill has been pretty solid. Actually, no, I will, because then I can pull up O'Neill on old PFF. So I used this a lot last time. I was super hesitant to get a old PFF subscription or whatever, right? But it's actually, for players like this and positions like this, it's actually really good to use, because if you're not a fan of the NFC North, or you don't watch offensive linemen, you're probably not super up to date with how their third year offensive linemen are playing. But I like Brian O'Neill coming out. That's why I remembered his name over Ezra Cleveland. But and I know that Ezra Cleveland was not that great. He was an offensive tackle though, so like it felt like them moving him into right guard was like, we have no better options, so let's just get him in there. Anyways, we've spent way too long talking about the Vikings offensive line. But I am kind of leaning towards an interior offensive lineman for them. And maybe Ezra Cleveland can play left tackle down the road. Or if he is just not good in general, and they move on from him. Let's catch up. We've got J.C. Horn going to the Cardinals. Easy money right there. Jock to the Raiders. Ben moved up with the Jaguars to get Caleb Farley. This is a pretty solid pick. Mac Jones to the Washington football team. The Jets took Elijah Vera Tucker. They traded down. They traded up with the Bears. The Bears traded down after Mac Jones went. I'd love to know in real time how that went down, but that's pretty cool. Cosme to the Colts. I know that they like him. Super athletic. Kyle went with Rashad Bateman for the Titans to replace Corey Davis. That makes a lot of sense. Ooh, Kyle Trask. Nick takes his trade down and selects Kyle Trask in the first round. Oh, man. Oh, you guys want to see some fans in Cleveland boo about their pick here. All right, let's come back here. Bobby, appreciate that. I love when YouTubers use their own original thoughts and don't go. Honestly, the only I hear Adam Schefter on Twitter. That's about. I don't literally never watch ESPN anymore. It's kind of awesome actually. If anything, I get a lot of my information and news and all that good stuff from Twitter and podcasts. I love listening to podcasts, especially draft season. It's like a great way to hear about players, and then you can go. Animaniacs asks, what are your thoughts on PFF's credibility, especially for ranking players? To me, I've seen what they do. I applied for a job or a position, I guess, there a long time ago, and the initial wall to get involved with them is a grueling process of watching film of games and charting plays and stuff like that. It is a grueling process that I couldn't even. I was like, that's gonna take too much of my time. I don't have time for that. I'm building my own thing, so I know that those guys, to work for PFF, they go through a grueling process. And to me, even though everything is subjective, I mean, everybody has biases, stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that my sorry, you guys are still looking at this. I'm not going to say that my opinion is better than somebody else's. So for them to be literally looking at every single play, they can only be but so wrong. You know what I mean? So that's just how I feel about it. I'm not going to take. I'm going to take these with a grain of salt. I'm going to use it for offensive linemen and be like, you know what? Oh, they said that he was good at pass blocking and terrible at run blocking. He's probably somewhere in the middle, So I would take it with a grain of salt. I think it's a great place to look, though, for clarification. Man, you guys are killing it here with these comments. I want to read them all, but let's see. Yeah, Plumbo, you think that they need to give Ezra Cleveland a shot at tackle? He is built to be a tackle. It was a weird move to move him in there. Chase, you want to see him at linebacker? Coverage grade so bad, but you don't want to pay for it. Let's see. While I'm on the Vikings, let me bounce you back here real quick. So you got Eric Kendricks here. Scoot him up a little bit. He got a 90.7, second best coverage linebacker in the league, which pretty good, man. That's pretty awesome. This shows bio. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a cool little reference. $30 or whatever. They also have deals with, you can sign up for their promo or whatever of the week, but let's see what we've missed since Kyle Trask. Oh, man. Sorry, yeah, you guys had actually reminded me. I was busy reading all the old comments and I wasn't able to keep up. All right, Steelers go Travis Etienne. I like that. A lot of people like Najee Harris there. I think that Najee Harris seems like a classic Steelers running back. Jalen Phillips goes to Ben, snakes him away, and is having a hell of a draft here. Let's look at the Jaguars real quick. since they got busy and started trading around. They've got 3 first-round picks here. Still pick it in the second at 13. A solid 1, 2, 3 right there. Maybe the 3 best players at their respective positions, honestly. Let's see. Then we've got Zaven Collins to the Browns. I love that. I went with that a lot. Way too much, probably. Azeez Ojulari to the Ravens. I love that fit. Barmore to the Saints. Sure. Going by Owen says, did you hear Jerry Jones and Kyle Pitts actually got... Oh, of course I heard that. I don't believe it. I would have loved to, but I'd love to see that happen. But I don't believe it. I actually think that... I felt like I was a big fan of Kyle Pitts coming into this draft season. But the hype and love around him makes me hesitate a little bit, because now all of a sudden I'm like, okay, why is everybody obsessing over, like, yes, that means he's a solid player and stuff, but now it's like, it's almost like we build up this hype just to let ourselves back down once it's here. And I don't know, I'd be surprised if he actually goes for, just because he's a tight end / wide receiver combo type. I don't know. Maybe that's wishful thinking. Maybe I want him to fall just a little bit. Can we tone down the Kyle Pitts narrative so that the Cowboys can get in striking range? No, I don't think that he's anywhere near. I think he goes really early, and I hope he has a great career wherever he ends up. Especially because the Eagles are no longer at 6. Plumbo says Eric Kendricks is the best inside linebacker in the league, probably right now. I do remember that all too well. Thank you. Quiddy Pay is nice. Plumbo's worried that he's only 6'2". Is that what he registered as? That's crazy. He did go kind of early in this draft. Where is he? Oh. One thing I'd like to see them add is like a little bit of excessive. Like, let me see a brief bio of a guy by clicking on his name here. Otherwise, this walk the mock site is pretty sweet. Ooh, Greg Newsome goes to the Bills. I like that. The Kansas City Chiefs have traded their pick. Man, Ben is hella active in here. I don't mind it. That's what's up. Somebody's got to get busy. Creed Humphrey goes to the Pack. That makes sense. Jack wants to know, do you think Devontae Smith is going to struggle against the press in the NFL? I wouldn't have thought so, not with those arms. And sometimes being a little bit more slight gives you an advantage. I don't know. It's all about the scheme and where he ends up. And if they are going to put him in positions to thrive. I mean, you could copy and paste that with basically any... Pat Fryermuth in the first? Ben, where you at? Ben, call attention to yourself in this chat. Right here, in the YouTube chat, not the Walk the Mock one. I want to know, who's Ben? Where you at, Ben? We got to talk. That's wild, man. The Jaguars have been doing too much. They do have a lot of ammunition. Oh no, he got rid of that second round pick. Hey, I didn't set any rules, so you know, it's up to you guys if you guys want to jump in here. If anybody else wants to jump in on Walk the Mock, here is the link. Landon Dickerson goes 32. I feel like the last few picks of the first round are always somewhat interesting. I'd say from 29 to 32, any of these players, I'd be surprised to actually see them end up in the first. There we go. Magic fan Ben. Yeah, but you don't think that... I think that... I understand the need for tight end, but he would have been available at... Oh, maybe not. I would have probably waited to see if he was available at 13 here. But you do you, man. It's just for fun. Joey wants to know the best fit for J.C. Horn. I mean, if I were him, I would want to go right here to the Cardinals. But other than that, he'd probably actually be a really good fit with the Cowboys. Maybe I think his press man corners, they can fit anywhere, honestly. Every team has a need for a press man. Nick wants to know what podcast do you recommend for draft season. Let me pull my phone up and I will read off some of the ones. I've got so many that I subscribe to them or whatever, but I don't end up actually watching them. So I subscribe to all of the Locked On ones. I mean, there's literally one for every single thing. There's more than you really need. So the Locked On NFL Draft is really good. Trevor Sikkema, Ben Solak, I think the guys from the Draft Network, they're solid. They've got a good rapport. I still miss the original guy that Ben replaced because, I don't know, he had some racist tweets from 1997 or something like that, so we had to cancel him, but that's a good one. The Cowboys themselves actually have a draft podcast called The Draft Show. It's really good. Let's see what else. Other than that, man, like I said, those Locked On ones, it feels like a lot of people try and force draft podcasts just because they know the draft is so popular, but they're not actually that well versed in it. It seemed like the PFF guys, actually, the main two, what is it, Sam and Steve or whatever, those guys know what they're talking about. Move the Sticks. Yeah, I mean, any of those will do. There's a ton of them out there, man. You can just Google podcasts for drafts and stuff like that. Yeah, the 2-for-1s are solid. All right, let's see. Armball wants to know how Leatherwood is not gone. People are torn on him, man. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up not actually being a first-round pick just because people are unsure where to play him. I think he could play offensive tackle, but let's see. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I was up till 4 last night prepping this. I'm actually trying to overhaul the entire layout that I've got going on here, right? See you later, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. But it's, you know how I am with these videos and stuff. So the format like this is a long way from being complete. So I just was like, you know what? I just want to do one of these especially after seeing old Broshmo do his. I was like, let me just do a draft here. I just wanted to sit around and talk about the draft for a little bit and talk about all the other stuff that I had planned. And Edelman, Moss, Gio Bernard. Those are the 3. Not bad for, second week of April headlines. Ooh, Ben says that... Oh, so Ben, are you a Jaguars fan? He says that Alex Leatherwood equals Cam Robinson. I think that Leatherwood is a much stronger player than Cam. Oh, we hyped up Leatherwood so much the computer finally took him. Panthers, wow, the Panthers they've gone now back-to-back offensive linemen. Wow, back-to-back offensive tackles even. Wow. All right, let me pull up this terrible quality screen here of the Panthers lineup. See where those 2 guys would fit. Here we go. That's right. They signed Cam Irving. He doesn't end up starting. So they got one starter there. And then Taylor Moton has been solid. So maybe they have Leatherwood. I guess either of those guys could play tackle or guard. And they've got... Oh, you guys can't see here. Sorry. They've got a need here, I guess. Basically anywhere along the line. So, I could get down with that. Oh, so zooming in doesn't actually make it bigger. Cool. Alright, let's go back to the draft here with everybody. Sorry if I'm bouncing around too fast here. Bengals go. Oh, sorry. We've missed quite a few picks here. Asante Samuel to the Jets. Oh, I've been sent a trade offer. Yeah. Where are we at? I haven't done this. Ooh, Dolphins are trying to. Yeah, that was chaos. Anyways, Asante Samuel to the Jets. I like that pick. Elijah Molden to the Falcons. Solid. Michael went with Morig. It's a pretty good pick. Javon Holland, I like him too. A little early, but Rondale Moore to the Bengals. That might remind them a little too much of John Ross. Then we had Leatherwood, Jalen Mayfield to the Broncos, and Jamin Davis to the Lions. I like that pick. It's actually a really solid pick. Who did the Lions get? Oh, that's right. They got Jamar Chase in the first. Let's see. Oh, yes. He is a hardcore Jags fan. Lucky you. Oh, I think we talked about this last week, didn't we? From the Bengals, Sewell and Leather would be a great duo. At least one of them would be great. I mean, that kind of is. Oh, geez. Robert with his foot sandwich again. I mean, that's like a little bit funny, I guess. Oh, here we go. Just too much. You only need to do it like a couple times. Let's see. Armball, no pressure, but you are now a moderator. I don't know why you weren't. I thought you were already. Ooh, I am on the clock here. All right, so the Cowboys, it's got their needs up here as edge defense. I think they still have more of a need at free safety. Wow, Joseph. Sometimes this is the problem with these simulations, right? Like, I don't think that there's any way that Jason Owe should be here. Right? I mean, maybe. I guess it's still pretty early. But I gotta go. Like, I don't even agree that that's our. Sorry, I'm neutral here. I don't even agree that that's the Cowboys' greatest need, but at this point in this draft, like, that's just too good a value to pass, right? Big man, this is Walk the Mock. It is a new site. You can join with a premium account using my promo code NFLRT, all caps. Let's see. When that top 10 man, I'll be honest with you, Armball. I wasn't gonna do wide receivers at all. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, man. So some of you guys might have seen the video where I said my wife and I are we're buying a new house. We're trying to buy a new house. We're trying to sell our house. The real estate market is like crazy right now, and we bought our house back in the days when it was terrible. So we're looking at a pretty penny if we can sell this bad boy. But then we're also looking at paying a pretty penny. Anyways, we were actually under contract on a house. Awesome house. Had an office picked out for all this. Literally was going to design the setup based around being able to do this exact type of live stream that we're doing right now. Ended up having radon in the basement, which is apparently pretty common here in Virginia. Also needed brand new roof. Had 4 spots of water damage where it had been leaking. So we actually pulled out of that house, which sucks, but it felt like we were dealing with a lemon. I just haven't had time, man. I've been doing yard work. I've been looking at the time spent trying to prep my house to be sold as probably the best investment financially of my time. Just haven't had time to do the top 10. And it was a hit last year, which sucks because I definitely wanted to do that, but it was such a tasking process pulling together all the videos and stuff like that. So I wanted to do the quarterbacks, and then it felt like the quarterbacks had been overanalyzed by the general population after the 49ers trade, but who knows? There's still a couple weeks. I still might do quarterbacks because I really like this quarterback class. And for me, it's like the process of breaking the quarterbacks down or the position down is, I don't want to say therapeutic, but it is somewhat helpful for myself to really look at them up close and personal like that. So, Ethan says he is now the Giants. He would like to note he would not have taken Quiddy if he had controlled them. That's fair. Who'd you Terrace Marshall? Where you at? Okay, that's a solid pick. A little Kenny Galladay insurance. All right, after I took away, we got Walker Little by Jason. Computer took Dylan Radunes and Eric Stokes for the Patriots and the Chargers. Nicholas took Elijah Moore, slot wide receiver. Pretty solid moves, I think. It's hard because they're not all user picks, so it's like somewhat simulation. Let's see. Matt says RT. What's up? Ben says he was arguing on Twitter with a guy that said that had Rashad Bateman as wide receiver 1, Chase wide receiver 3. Oh man, Waddle in number 7. That's wild, dude. Nick, you don't like the Elijah Moore pick? It does seem kind of early for a guy like that, honestly. Who's left at receiver? Oh yeah, I would definitely would have taken Kadarius Toney. If you're looking for a tiny little gadgety slot receiver, I feel like Kadarius Toney has a much higher upside than. Whoa. Yeah, you're right, Ben. Although, we're almost there. We're not too bad. Armball wants to know the thoughts on the North Carolina running back duo. I think that the best running back in the class might actually come from that duo. And it's probably going to be old Javonte Williams here. I mean, the dude he only had 305 receiving yards, which that's that's pretty solid. And that size too. He's probably the most complete running back in this class. Let's see. You guys let the Chiefs get their bookend starting tackles for the next 10 years. Did they get 2 tackles? That would be pretty clutch of them. I don't know if I would have gone. Wow. I'm guessing that's you there, Jay Lateralis. Yeah, I'm guessing that's you. I wouldn't have gone back-to-back tackles, especially now Walker Little that early. But to each his own, man. I mean, Davian Nixon, he's kind of a sleeper, I think, for people. It seems kind of early. That's not really sleeper category. Is he really getting valued that high now? Michael went and took Kadarius Toney right after we were talking about him. Kelvin Joseph to the 49ers. Levi Onwuzurike. Wow, I felt like I got that right the first time, but then I questioned myself. Michael says he is crushing the Dolphins draft. Let's take a peek. I mean, I've been so active. Oh no, you only made that one trade. That is a pretty solid haul. I mean, honestly, starting with Kyle Pitts, falling to you at 6. If that happens, that means they definitely knew what they were doing. They knew who they were targeting. They wanted Chase or Pitts, and therefore that will end up being a solid move for them. But it was quite a gamble at the timing in which they did that. So also, I wish that I could switch back to all. If you're listening, Walk the Mock guy, these are the changes I would make for you. I want to be able to click on the names, and when I come back to all, I don't want to have to scroll all the way down. All right, Tyson Campbell, I love that pick. I love the Titans picking him up. Who did they get in the first? This is probably just faster. Oh, they went Bateman. Nice. Those are 2 solid picks, Kyle. I love the ceiling on Tyson Campbell, man. Gesicki, I don't know if he's got that many years. If he's only got but a year or 2 left on his deal. Has he been good enough for them to re-sign? Has he been good enough for them to pass on a potential generational player at the position? He was actually Kyle Pitts light, I guess. After his 40 and stuff at the combine. Let's see. Ben thinks that Tony can play outside. I mean, that man can play anywhere he wants, to be honest. He's a little gadgety player. He'll play all over the field. Who was I looking at? There we go. Dolphins. Looking at Gesicki. How many years does he have left? I don't think it's many. Here we go. Pull this up since we're... Oh, sorry. The Steelers are about to make their pick by the computer here. Let's see who they go first. Any day now. There we go. Israel Mukuamu. Man, I can't believe some of these guys that rise up the draft board so fast. All right, let's go back to the Dolphins here. Spotrac, Spot Rack, whatever you want to call it. Great resource. One of my favorites. Heads up, you've been sent a trade offer. Hold on. Let's see what this trade offer is here. Cowboys receive 231, and they're going to take... You want to take both of my seconds, or both of my thirds for one late second. You are out of your mind. I want to make 2 more picks. Y'all don't get to have all the fun. All right. You already saw it? Oh, here we go. Let's bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Mike Gesicki has got... No, he's only got 1 year left on his deal. And he was a 2nd round pick, right? So they could... they don't have a 5th year option on him. So Gesicki's on his last year. So Kyle Pitts makes a ton of sense for the Dolphins, for sure. Especially because their wide receiver room isn't all that either. So they've got Preston Williams, Matt Collins, is Robert Foster, Alan Hearns. They're going to probably try to find their way out of that contract before he hits that $3 million. Jakeem Grant, I can't believe that this man is making that much money. That's awesome. Good for him. Albert Wilson. Yeah, I mean, that would be a sick receiving core with him in there. So, Sloppy Joe's hopped on for the last 2 Eagles picks. What's up, man? Welcome aboard. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Might as well just go ahead and delete old Edelman out of there now. I had him up for the beginning, but... Alright, so let's minimize these trades, see what we've missed. Carlos Basham. Hey, that is a really solid pickup for the computer to Seattle. Joseph Asai to the Rams from Texas. Okay. I like that move. Browns should pick a corner if they can get Clowney. Maybe trade up a few picks if Harley falls due to health reasons. Chris, I think that's a great idea. I would not change my plans, though, based around Clowney. I would add Clowney and then say, whatever this guy gives me is icing on the cake. I just don't know what you can expect from him on a consistent basis. And I wouldn't place my hopes too highly in what he could do for you. And it sucks because I've been a big Clowney fan, just like anybody else, since that was the Outback Bowl or whatever hit. He just, he's inconsistent. He's injury prone a little bit. Effort might not be there all the time. I'm sorry, what? Quinn's Miners? Is that what that is? Wisconsin Whitewater. Huh. This would be a great opportunity to click on this guy's name and find out more about him. I can't say I'm familiar with old Quinn Myers. I feel like I should be, though. Division 3. Wow. Okay. 6'3", 320. Good size for a guard. We'll see. Who did the... Oh. Come on, Robert. Appreciate you, Armball. I just hit him from the channel. It's a shame. Let's see. Yeah, sorry, Skrillex Beast. Like I said, man, I've been hella busy this year. I don't know about... Oh, damn, now y'all making me feel bad. I don't know about Big Quinn Myers. I'll look him up. I haven't been paying too much attention to the old offensive guards here, man. The name sounds familiar, but... Oh, okay. Damn, y'all make me feel like... Y'all, now I got FOMO. You don't know about Big Quinn, bro? Doing viral from the Senior Bowl. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll have to I feel like, man, why does the Senior Bowl feel like it was years ago, man? I'll have to go back over his highlights. Looks like some pretty funny videos here. All right, so let me... Hey, Skrillex, I'm trying, man. These houses are expensive, and then like the hardest part about buying a house right now is that they're gone, like literal hours after they hit the listings. Oh man. All right, here we go. Let's check out old Quinn Myers here. Oh geez, my computer is like, the fan is literally like crying. I can hear tears dripping out of the fan of my computer right now. It's like, bro. Oh, who's this goober? Yeah, we're gonna have to work on this, guys. My computer is hardwired in. Like, I'm not on Wi-Fi right now. Like, wow. Ben says, imagine if Gardner Minshew was over 300 pounds and still wore midriffs. Man, did you see that picture of them? That picture of him from this week? Is like, here we go. What did we miss? Milton Williams, Baron Browning. Oh, wow. I can't believe the Rousseau lasted that long. That is pretty wild. Nick Bolton, too, man. And Baron Browning going above Nick Bolton is pretty cool. I like Baron Browning. Alright. Let me mute this. Here it is. Alright, I'm going to pull it up, and then I'm going to hit play. So he did all. He was at the Senior Bowl with a broken hand. That is pretty badass. I mean, he looks like an off-brand, like Quentin Nelson type. Look at that. Oh man, big sexy. Let's see, anything else worth? So, is this as blurry for you guys as it is for me? Like the latency like that? Like, I can see it on my screen in the OBS, like the broadcasting software or whatever. And it's real choppy. Yeah, Aren, you are just showing off right now, dude. That's an elite defensive line. All right, let's go back and see. To make Quinn Myers the unofficial mascot of this stream here. Let's see. Nick says he'll never understand the Russo hype. I mean, dude had 15 sacks in a season. Like, he's built like Mario Williams from back in the day, if you guys remember him. Yeah, I mean, he's beat. Like, he had a really, really good season. The lack of the hype around him, I think, is based on a year off and only a year's worth of hype. Oh, armball, that is a good question. It's on 720, dude. It doesn't, this TMJ4 News doesn't even have their videos at 720p. And people wonder why you can't take the news seriously these days. It's like they don't even upload their videos to a verified YouTube channel in 1080p. It's crazy. Yeah, Miguel, I don't know, man. Javonte needs to go. Let's see, who's up? This would be a good place for him, maybe. Michael, you might be right about that. Wait, Michael, were you Skrillex Beast just a minute ago? So yeah, Ben, you are right. They were all interior sacks. Like, it's his, but to me that means he's not just winning with, he's not just winning because he's playing a inferior offensive tackle or inferior offensive lineman. He's winning because he is I guess beating an inferior interior offensive lineman, but he's doing it in the inside, penetrating in the middle with moves, with technique. Like, he's raw, but he's getting it done. That's cool. Did you just have a grow up moment? Like, you went from Skrillex Beast and I was calling you Skrillex to, you're like, you know what? Call me Michael. I guess it matches. Are you you're the Dolphins, right? Oh, hold on, Mr. Chris is here. McKinley isn't a great alternative for Vernon. Both him and Clowney are younger. You can add depth in the second or third round. Yeah, I agree, Chris. But like I said, I would draft as if I didn't have Clowney still. Oh. Y'all see my light popping off back there? That's Alexa telling me to go to bed. That's hilarious. Let's see. Niner by nature says give Javonte Williams to Kyle Shanahan. Let's not do that. But that would make a lot of sense. Let's see. Phillips and Pay are safer picks than Russo. You're probably right. I mean, but Phillips, though, so to me, Russo's issue is a lack of experience, a rawness to him. Phillips are kind of off the field concerns, like with injuries, you just never know. Like, he could literally be one play away. He is one play away from being done playing altogether. If he has a concussion that's bad enough, an NFL doctor looks at his scans or whatever, and they're like, "Hey man, like you can't play this anymore. Like, he's done." So I think that Phillips is actually an extremely risky pick. Fat FSU guards. Hey, those were like top high school recruits once upon a time. Oh, Michael, you literally said just what I said, man. Great minds, Michael. Let's see what are we missing over here. Oh, we've missed a bit. Chiefs went with Patrick Jones. Didn't they already draft a? I hate that I'm going to do this again. Oh, no, that's right. They went offensive tackles. I like that pickup of Patrick Jones. That's a solid contributor in the shape of Frank Clark. Wyatt Davis. That was a good solid pickup for you, Ethan. Michael went with Joe Tryon. Great pickup for the Dolphins. I think he would fit that defense really well. They're going to need another pass rusher after getting rid of Shaq Lawson. Ronnie Perkins. Decent pickup too. I feel like, let me look at his numbers. Oh, Ronnie Perkins, 6'3", 251. How fast is this man? Oh, athletic. I think he's pretty athletic, right? I can't remember. So many players, man. My brain is fried. Let's see. Man, I'm fading, y'all. I'm getting hella tired here now. I can prove to you I registered like 4 hours of sleep last night, if that. Oh, if Cox is gone, you might not like my pick. What are you about to do? Oh, you went with Cox. I like Cox. Except for I told you about the draft show from the Cowboys. Brian Broaddus and two of the Cowboys guys. I can't remember old short guy's name now. They're both LSU guys, so they're like, it's their team. And that's where they went to school. They really don't like Cox. To me, I'm jaded by Madden. User little middle linebackers and stuff, right? So like I look at Cox like, oh my god, this is the prototype. But they don't like him as much. So it could be also that he's not a homegrown LSU guy. He transferred from North Dakota. Wow, told you guys. I literally saw the ND in my head and just said Notre Dame. That's where I'm at right now. Let's see. Ben is on his game right now, calling those FSU guards future realtors. Let's see. Okay, Michael, I got you. Jaden says, give me Phillips all day. Arend is about to take our boy Javonte Williams right here, right now. Watch, it's about to happen. Shaun Wade finally goes. What a fall. Jamie Newman to the Lions by the computer. Ifitu Melifonwu to the Bengals. I like that pickup too. Oh, okay. We have a trade. Oh, he just traded back. Oh, maybe I'll take. Oh, okay. Gotcha. That was a good pickup. All right. Cowboys are on the clock. We went cornerback. We went edge. I still think that we needed safety more than anything, but they don't agree. I went with Dylan Moses here. In the last one, in the one with Broshmo. I think I'm about to do it again. Just once again, solid. Solid value, so you can't really argue with that. The athleticism that Dan Quinn would want in this scheme. whether or not he would be. I mean, he would actually help you probably move on from Jalen Smith if he falls off or continues to fall off. Sorry. All right, let's see here. Sloppy Joe said he would have gone for Brevin Jordan if Cox was gone. Michael clears up the Jalen Phillips stuff. UCLA doctors refused to clear him. Miami was borderline negligent to allow him. That's actually really well put, Michael. It is almost negligent to allow him to do that. But that's, kind of Miami style. Chris says, what are your thoughts on Jamin Davis? How do you say his first name? I've actually heard more about him than I've seen. Dude's definitely an athlete. Probably one of the more athletic. He's everybody's linebacker darling. I feel like right now that he is the Deion Jones of this class potentially. Like that's him in a nutshell. Michael picked for the Dolphins. Have RT bring up the picks for you. Let me know how you thought I did. I got you. Yeah, I think, wow. This is just highway robbery right here. To get Tony at the 18th pick in the second round. Appreciate you, Tony. Speaking of, Tony Gunk. Ben says that that's BS, that NFL doctor. Yeah, but you can't really clear a concussion. That's the problem, man. It's literally your head, your brain being bruised by the walls of your head. And a bruise will heal, sure, but like they only even say it that they've just recently been able to identify CTE in living patients. Like it's tough, dude. It's a really tough situation that the NFL is in. I think that it's gonna survive through it because it's the NFL and they will make it go away or they will downplay it or whatever. But like, we just had that guy, I can't even think of his name, that just went off on a tangent and killed a bunch of people. Like, a tangent, that's a terrible way to put it, sorry. Y'all don't catch me at my best at 2 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. But yeah, like like as soon as I heard that, my wife was actually the one that told me about it because I can't even pay attention to my phone like I usually do. And as soon as she wasn't even through the headline of what had happened with that guy, and I was like, oh damn it sounds like CTE. Like, it sounds like this guy. Wrestlers have it too. What was that one wrestler that went and killed it? I don't keep up with wrestling either. My little brother was the wrestling guy in our family. Went off and killed his family. I mean, you literally, your brain is no longer functioning the way that it should. It's terrible. But the problem is it's on a case-by-case basis, and it will never, you'll never have an entire team. Like, we had teams that had COVID outbreaks. You never have a CTE breakout where all of a sudden you can tell that half a team has CTE, is living with CTE, or early stages of it. But yeah, didn't expect to be ranting about CTE at 2 a.m. when I signed up for this mock here. Let's see what we've missed. Trey Smith went. That was a solid pickup for them. Maybe a little bit. I don't know if they really like the power from their interior guys as much as they're more brains over brawn, I feel like, with that scheme. I could be wrong though. You're the resident 49er fan for sure. We got Tylan Wallace going to the Chargers. Darius Williams. Vikings get their cornerback. And then Nicholas goes. Big boys. He went Deontay Brown and Marvin Wilson. Marvin Wilson could end up being a hell of a steal. I know, Ben, what's your opinion on Marvin Wilson, since you're our resident Florida fan on all that is Florida football? Richie Grant, I've seen a lot of range on him. I like Richie Grant. super productive. One of those guys though, it's like has he maxed out on Chris Benoit. Thank you guys, Nick, and typical brand. You were almost all the way there. But Richie Grant, great special teams guy. I'd be surprised if he was still there in the third round. I'd be pissed because that means the Cowboys would have passed over him with 2 picks that they probably should have taken him. But these guys were just too good a value. I would have definitely taken him here if Dylan Moses wasn't still there. Jackson Carman for the Washington football team. James Hudson for the Bears. Paulson Adebo. Pretty good. All right, Arend, you got it. I will check out. I mean, I see. I'm not like the rest of the chat. I actually really like Gregory Rousseau and his potential. I like Trey Smith too. The only hesitations that I would have would be the fact that he's more of a power guy, brute strength guy, and I don't know if he's zone blocking interior offensive lineman like that. Ben says you can't pretend that Miami was negligent. They had a 3 concussion policy. It was the number, not the severity. That's fair. I mean, those are fair points. I'm just saying that, you know, Miami is traditionally or historically has been a little bit questionable, I guess, with their the way that they conduct themselves. But yeah, I mean, whatever it is, you hope that the guy doesn't have another one, but he plays a position where he's gonna be banging heads every single play. He probably had more than 3 concussions at UCLA, to be honest. Yeah. Sean, I agree, man. Nothing like some late night draft talk. I was so hesitant. I had this all set up ready. I had a little speech prepared for the beginning and whatnot. I almost delayed it until tomorrow during the day to get on board with the daytime guys, but man, I'm such a night owl, and I just always seem to be up at this time. Problem is I was up at this time last night, and then woke up a few hours later. So now I'm pretty tired here. Marvin Wilson should have opted out. His tape in 2020 was terrible. I would never draft a guy. I would never drafting a guy hoping I was get the guy from 2 years ago. I mean, those are good points, but that's why this is such an interesting year, because half the draft class hasn't played in a year and a half, you know? Like, so while we're here, how many people we got going strong here? All right, 49. While we're here, I would like to get involved. I would like to bring some of y'all. Ben, you were the first guy I would actually like to invite on here. Or sorry, don't feel any pressure, but your intelligent comments make me feel like you would be able to articulate these things in a voice chat in Discord. I think that's the best way to do it. I'll have to look more into this. Like I said before, I'm super new to the streaming game still. I would like to figure out how to do voice chats, and if we're gonna do like a sort of daytime show here during the season and during the summer too, like hopefully we'll be in a new house by then, and then hopefully my wife will be able to distance herself from her own work and give me more time. Basically, get the kids the fuck out of the house. And then I'd like to be able to have a show here doing stuff like this. I'll figure out the latency issues or the showing you guys stuff on here, so there's not so much of a delay, or it's not so weird. I've toyed with the Twitter game here and whatnot. I got you, Ben. And Ben wants to see who the Packers are taking. Creed Humphrey, Nick Bolton. I mean, that's if you had flipped these two picks, I would have been cool with that too. Like I feel like those two picks could be completely flip flopped, and those players would make sense in those spots. But yeah, I would love to develop a little show here, bring some of you guys on, bring other people on. I'm working on the streaming process to bring all of that all together. I think it could be really fun. But I'd like to have some voice chats. I'd like to not sit here and be talking to everybody's words. Maybe every once in a while having an actual human being voice on the other side of it. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but Ben, don't go silent on me. You're the first person I've asked to do that, so. Oh, okay. Oh, he wants me to hit him up on Twitter. All right, I got you. About to hit you up right now. But yeah, I think that Discord's the best way to do that. There you go, guys. Let's give old Ben a shout out for being so active, so knowledgeable with his takes here. It'll load up eventually, you know. It's struggling. All right. Let's see what we got here. Anything here to point out to you guys? Oh, I guess the Bucks rolled out. They were here earlier. Is that how they traded? Dwayne Eskridge for the 49ers. Solid. Cool pick. Look him up. Oh, man. Little slot receiver, huh? All right. I'm going to save this draft. I'm going to go through these user picks. Michael's down. Yeah, if we can't use, I'm looking at just buying so I'm using OBS, right? I don't know how many of you guys are familiar, but pretty much 90% of the streamers that you're gonna run into on Twitch or whatever, they all use this, right? Because it's free, it's open software, open source. But man, some of the paid ones, the ones that are not free, they just have such easy features and shit. I would love. Yeah, is it obvious that I didn't pay enough attention to the Senior Bowl? I think I need to go back and watch that. Was he a practice guy? See, I always thought that the practices were more telling than the game itself. And you know what I think I really struggled with the Senior Bowl this year is that the media guys weren't actually there. So the people that I listen to, the podcasts and stuff, they don't have as much exposure to those guys, and therefore so I don't hear about them. But one of the 70 speedy slot receivers, Ben, quit killing it over here, man. Doing big things. All right, let's check out old Ben here, guys. Sorry if I'm calling you out and you're uncomfortable. Please let me know. Oh, Ben, you're old, dude. You're about as old as me, man. Oh, that's how delayed my computer is right now. Oh, man. Ben, you're too much, dude. I can't wait to talk with you. This will be a fun time. Alaric Jackson. Amari Rogers. Wow. Seems kind of early for him. What do you guys think about Alaric Jackson? I mean, he was he's experienced at left tackle, but is he a left tackle? Wow, the Jags have been to 4. So you are a Mark Brunell OG. Okay. What are you doing up so early? Yeah, it's too early in the morning for you, Ben. Oh, wow. I've been there a couple times in Heathrow. Good times, good times. My dad is from England, so once upon a time we used to go there a lot. All right, fellas. So the last stream, some of you guys were here for that one. I woke up the next day. I was like, "Hey, that stream went really well. Let me go watch it and check how it went." But I had a test run stream in my account right before that, right? And I was like, okay, now that I actually did the real stream, let me delete this test run. And it was the first thing I did in the morning. I was, crust is still in my eye and whatnot, and I fucking deleted the stream. And I was like, son of a bitch. I don't make enough content to be deleting, 2-hour streams or whatever. Oh, sorry, Ben. I got you just up here. You're right. If you're 6 hours ahead, so lucky you. Joz Whedon here says he's rooted for Brunel since UW. Oof. Yeah, Nick, that car injury was one of the worst timed injuries I've ever seen. That was brutal. All right, we got a couple more picks here, and then I gotta get to bed, y'all. I'm beat. Appreciate you guys riding with me all the way here to the finish line. This is brutal stuff, but you guys have been entertaining. Oh, I thought you said you were in Heathrow. I'm tired, man. I don't know what's happening. Let me check these trade offers here now. Oh, okay. Wow, you're trying to steal my last pick here. Who's the Jets? Trying to steal my last pick for some future picks. Savage. Hey, you can't knock the hustle though, you gotta at least try. Oh, I got you. Wow. Sorry, Ben. I'm falling apart here. I got you. You guys were in Heathrow. I feel like I'm thinking of the wrong guy, too. Got you. You still old, though. You still old, brother. Alright, let's see. You should try 7-round. Pfft. Chris, I don't know if last year we tried a 7-round. I barely made it to the second round. I was sitting there talking. Eagles trying to hustle. I was sitting there talking so much. Oh, I'm on the clock too, like a fool. Alright. Ooh. Oh. Easy money right there. Alim McNeil. Oh no. Let's just do it. That makes a lot of sense. I went with Tommy. Wow. Tommy, the Ohio State defensive tackle. I went with 2 Tommy T's, actually. Togiai. And then Tremble in the 3rd and 4th round for the Cowboys. But McNeil makes sense, too. The Cowboys have lacked a true nose tackle for a real long time. But yeah, I'm jealous, Ben. I'm jealous. I wish I had Trevor Lawrence. I like Dak, man. Something bright and exciting about getting a guy like Trevor Lawrence coming to your team. I feel like it almost feels too good to be true. Does it feel like, I'm sure it probably feels like that for you too, but kind of like how Andrew Luck felt too good to be true, and he essentially was for let's see, like 6, 7, 8 years or whatever. How long did Andrew Luck even play? And then he just retired. So essentially, he was too good to be true. He was not the Hall of Famer that he probably would have been if he continued to play for. Yeah, he probably would have needed to play for another 5 years at least. But he felt too good to be true. Trevor Lawrence feels too good to be true. But yet everything around him is setting up for a lot of success. So here I am still drinking this beer at 2:30 in the morning. Sloppy Joe says 7-round mock where everyone GM is in a Discord. Okay. Yeah, I mean that would be fun. That would probably go a lot faster. I'd love to. It would be cool if these later round picks drop down to 30 seconds eventually, because at that point it gets to a point where you need to be able to just make your pick and get out of there. Like you need to have your pick queued up, ready to go. Chris Jonas thinks that Baker's going to be the MVP this year. Never mind, he might also be going a little bit crazy. Hey man, I feel you. Ben says usually it's the Jags ruining their draft position with meaningless late season wins. Actually beat the Colts on the final game to give them. Oh wow, that's funny. That's a full circle. Then you guys have come. I just I love the fact that the Jets screwed that up, man. Like or Adam Gase and what's his face, old bounty hunter. Screwed that up for the Jets. Because honestly, Trevor Lawrence in New York, for the Jets too, of all the New York teams, is like kind of obnoxious. I don't know what it is. Him and his hair in New York, the media, it would have been obnoxious. But him in Jacksonville, it feels like, Jacksonville has waited a long time for a guy like this. What's so funny is this is like, super unofficial scouting. It's but I remember when Bortles was coming out, right? And we had this thing, me and my buddies in Madden leagues, we had this thing we called name math, right? Where if a guy had a name that just sounded like a badass, like Divine Diablo for this year's draft. My buddy, he actually is one of them is a Virginia Tech fan, went to Tech, used to like roommate with the football team and stuff. And I was like, dude, this guy right here, superstar development, Divine Diablo, like in the books, right? And I remember looking at Bortles being like, I can't imagine, like, yes, he's got this like Ben Roethlisberger stature and skill set. I can't look at a guy like Blake Bortles and then translate his, like, something about his name to me was like, there was a barrier there that I couldn't get on board. I loved Ben Roethlisberger coming out. I did not like Blake Bortles. It was something about the name Bortles. It just didn't feel like this is an alpha NFL quarterback. Like something about. There's got to be something. Yeah, they got to pass the name test, man. Like you got to have like an alpha name. You can't be born with the name Bortles and think you're going to be good. And I don't know. That's just part of the journey that the poor Jaguars have been on. What have we got here? No user picks. Saints user bailed out after trading with himself. I don't even know. Even this. It is kind of like the quarterback face. It's like I don't know. if anything, Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback ever, right? And that guy didn't have quarterback face when he came into the league. So quarterback face is something that is dynamic. He can you can develop quarterback face. You can't change. Well, you can technically change your name, but you're not gonna change your name based on name math. You know what I mean? Let me turn this brightness down since that since that light turned off in the back. Let's see. Chris thinks that K. Johnson, were the Browns here making that pick? They might have rolled out. It looks like the computer made that pick for them. So this is just based on, that's another problem with these projections and stuff. Oh wow, Bortles has got a little brother at Miami of Ohio. Wow, the Ben Roethlisberger connections continue. Oh, Nick, that's pretty funny. Bot picks really should be instant. Yeah, I don't understand why they make you wait a whole minute for the bot picks. I'll hit up this guy on Twitter for Walk the Mock and see if they can do something about that. Because otherwise, this is a really cool site, and this is a cool concept to be able to do with other people. I can't believe it took us this long to get a site to do this. But let's see. Broshmo went through all the draft. I'll run through them. I'm not gonna say all the names like that because I can barely see straight right now at 2:30. But we'll run through the teams here so that at least people can come back. I'll try my best not to delete this stream. Ooh, I like this. I like my man Thompson Nasruddin. That's a solid draft for the Ravens. But yeah, I'll try not to delete this one, and if people want to come back. I know some people like to come back on live streams and skim through. Ugh, this Nicholas. This Kyle Trask pick. I hope that somebody reaches on Kyle Trask like that. The man was playing with like world-class weapons. Doesn't have an ounce of athletic ability to him. But hey, maybe he was the glue, man. Maybe he was the look at that beautiful draft there by the Cowboys. Wish I would have saved my draft from Broshmo's stream. Yeah, this is Lions had a nice little pickup. Decent by the Packers. Wow. Poor Texans, man. They're about to be the next Jaguars. To be honest, next Jaguars and Browns probably if they move on from Deshaun Watson eventually, obviously. Ben, how you feel about this Jaguars pull here? Man, Ben over here pulling mad moves. Chiefs. Pretty solid. Let's see. People forget Bortles had 35 touchdowns in year 2. The team didn't let him spend the summer with his quarterback coach in Cali, and his mechanics regressed hard. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what it was with him, to be honest. Ouch. Mike Renner doesn't know shit, though. I'm just kidding. Mike's solid. I feel like Mike probably has a lot of these 3 a.m. nights where he can't see straight either and is out here just like forming opinions. Because somebody asked about PFF and their reputation and how legit they actually are. I think that he is their like main draft guy, and I think that he's too close to be. PFF shouldn't be just one guy covering things. it should be a group of people collectively coming to terms with an opinion. And so for Mike Renner, I think that he's got way too much weight on his shoulders to be as efficient as he would probably even like to be. So yeah, it could be that he's just looking for the wrong thing. There's a fucking mosquito in here flying around. It's time for bed, y'all. Wow, look. Jets are hella active, man. That's a really nice pickup, though. Holy cow. I don't know. If Ronnie Perkins is there in the third, I'd be surprised. But maybe. And Javonte Williams, like, there's no way. But that is a nice pickup by you, Logan. Good work. Joe, can't complain with that either. You hit all of the Eagles' money needs. Oof. Travis Etienne would be interesting. It'd be like old Willie Parker days back in Pittsburgh. Yeah. So he might not make the grades, but the draft the whole draft guide is like essentially his own thing. Like, it's crazy. That's a lot. That's a big project for one dude. And I just don't feel like it matches the brand. I'm all about one guy going out and doing all the work. I mean, trust me, I know. But it just, to me, that just doesn't fit the pro football focused brand. Like, Miguel says, I really hope the Steelers don't get Trask. You don't like him either. It's not that I don't like him. I just don't. If Mac Jones wasn't in this draft, he would be the Mac Jones for me. The guy that was surrounded by just too much talent that it was almost like he would have had to have tried to fail to actually fail. I'm interested in the running back. The running backs are always the ultimate wild card because you just don't know how teams are going to value them because it's such a range. Sloppy Joe's. Oh, that's right. You didn't pick for all the Eagles picks, but I like Javon Holland. I think he's solid. That's why I picked him up in the Bro Schmo one. All right, y'all. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Hey, do me a favor for the, what is it? How many are here? 47 of you. You guys are some troopers. Hit that like button so this video looks like people actually, enjoyed it. I hope that you did. I hope that this was a good growing and learning experience for us all moving forward. As far as running the show here on these streams. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Let me know some things that you would like to see from a potential daytime sort of. So that some of you guys don't know NFLRT. The RT is technically for retweet. I started all this stuff on Twitter back in the day. People have told me that I should change my name now. That I'm mostly focused on YouTube and videos and stuff like that, and I don't really tweet that much anymore because NFL memes will just steal it anyways. But people have also said I should try to potentially change the RT to like Real Talk. Well, actually, I was thinking the other day that I don't want to change the name because to me it's part of the story, part of my story, and all this stuff of how long I've been doing this for. But like NFL Real Time, I got you, Lucas. NFL Real Time, it's something we can incorporate it. I'm not gonna change the name. We can incorporate some RT, some Real Talk, Real Time. I don't know what we're gonna do. But it will be sort of the NFL. It'll be Real Talk in real time type of shit. Like I want to be online streaming, talking shit, watching highlights from the previous week on a Tuesday, talking about who you should pick up on your fantasy team, breaking down some all 22, like live on stream. I figured out how to turn my stream into a teleprompter. Like literally I can hook up an iPad to it and like literally draw on the screen, and it'll show up on the screen screen on the stream. Don't tell anybody my ideas, Lucas. I don't want them to steal them. But yeah, that's the kind of the plan moving forward. So anything you guys, or here we go, just straight up trolling this little custom feed on Reddit, man. Like anytime we're bored, I got things formatted so it'll be nice and clean. Just to see, random shit, man. Like, wow, this is terrible. Oh my god. Things that you wish you never saw. Nightmare fuel, nice. Happy 412. It's 413 now, of course, but yeah, like just sitting here, and that's why I would like to get other people involved, and have people on a chat and stuff like that, so that my voice doesn't get so froggy and sore. Yeah, Zach Thomas was not appreciated in his time. But yeah, I love just sitting here perusing Reddit, Twitter, Spotrac, Spot Rack, whatever you want to call it. PFF. This will be the plan for the daytime during the NFL season. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to go out of here and go to bed. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video, stream, whatever comes next.